A young man stepped off a freight train, dressed like a tramp, with barely a coin to his name. But he carried something most people never hold on to for long: a single, burning purpose. He did not want a job with the great inventor Thomas Edison. He had decided he would become Edison's partner. He had no money, no connections, no reason anyone should say yes. What he had was a desire so definite, he had burned every other option behind him. He walked into Edison's lab and announced why he had come. Edison gave him a floor to sweep. Most would call that failure. Barnes called it a start. He waited. Months passed. Years passed. He held the same purpose the whole time, until the day Edison needed one man who believed in an invention no one else would touch. That man was standing right there, broom in hand. Barnes became Edison's partner, exactly as he decided. That is the story that opens one of the best-selling success books ever written, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, published in 1937. Hill spent years studying hundreds of the most successful people to find the one thing they shared. What he found was not a money trick, or luck, or a wealthy family. It was a way of thinking. Riches, he said, begin as a state of mind. Start with the principle Hill returned to most. He told of a man named Darby in the gold rush. Darby and his uncle staked a claim, and they dug. After weeks of back-breaking work, they struck it, a vein of shining gold. They borrowed money, bought the machines, and began to haul it out. And then the vein stopped. It simply vanished. They drilled on, finding nothing but rock. At last, they gave up. They sold their machines to a junk man for a few dollars and rode home beaten. The junk man did not quit. He called in an engineer to study the mine. The vein, the engineer said, was just 3 feet from where the Darbys had stopped. 3 feet. The junk man took a fortune in gold out of that mine. Darby learned the lesson: never quit when defeat feels final. It is often closest to victory that people give up. He became one of the finest salesmen alive. Every time a customer said no, he remembered the gold and asked once more. So where do the principles begin? With desire. Not a wish, not a someday. Everyone wishes for more money, and wishing does nothing. Hill meant a burning desire, so strong it leaves no room for retreat. He told of a great warrior who led his men across the sea to face a much larger enemy. The moment they landed, he gave a single order: burn the ships. He said, "We win or we perish. There is no way home." They won. When there is no path back, a person fights differently. Hill turned that into 6 plain steps for giving your desire a real shape. 1. Decide the exact amount you want. Not a lot, an exact number. 2. Decide what you will give in return. Nothing worth having comes for free. 3. Set a definite date. 4. Make a plan and begin at once, ready or not. 5. Write it all down in one clear statement. 6. Read it aloud twice a day, morning and night, until you see and feel yourself already there. It sounds too simple, but most people never once write down exactly what they want. They wish in a fog. Why read it aloud twice a day? Because of the next principle: faith. The mind quietly accepts as true whatever it is told often enough with feeling. Repeat a clear purpose day after day, and it sinks below your doubts into calm certainty. A person who truly believes they will find a way acts like it, and usually does. Next comes knowledge, and here Hill offers a surprise. He did not say you must know everything. He told of Henry Ford, a man with little formal schooling. In a lawsuit, a paper called Ford ignorant, and lawyers fired trivia questions to prove it. Ford grew tired of it and said, more or less, this: I have a row of buttons on my desk. I press one, and the right expert appears. Why clutter my head with facts when I am surrounded by capable people who have them? The lesson: you do not need all the knowledge. You need to know how to find it and aim it at your purpose. Then comes imagination, which Hill called the workshop where every plan is built. He told of an old country doctor who owned a simple kettle and a scrap of paper with a secret formula. One day he sold that kettle and that scrap to a young clerk for $500 and walked off happy. But the clerk had something the doctor did not: imagination. He mixed that formula with new ideas, a name, and a way to reach the whole world. That old kettle became Coca-Cola. Same formula, same scrap of paper. One man saw a kettle, the other saw a fortune. Ideas are where riches are truly born. But no one builds anything great alone. That brings us to the idea Hill was proudest of: the mastermind. It is simply this: a group of minds working in harmony toward one aim. When minds truly align, Hill said, they form a kind of third mind, larger than the sum. Andrew Carnegie gave the credit for his fortune to a group of about 50 gathered around one purpose. So choose the people around you on purpose. You become the average of the minds you keep closest. There is also the plain matter of deciding. Hill studied thousands who failed and found one habit: they reached decisions slowly and changed their minds quickly. The successful did the opposite. They decided promptly and changed slowly, if at all. Procrastination, Hill said, is a common cause of failure. Opportunity does not wait. And running underneath all of it, holding it together, is persistence. Remember Darby and the gold 3 feet down. Most people quit at the first sign of defeat, or the second, or the third. Persistence is the decision to keep going, joined to a purpose you refuse to release. It is not a gift a lucky few are born with. It is a habit you build, one refusal to quit at a time. So there it is. No magic. A definite desire written down and held daily. Faith built by repetition. Knowledge gathered and aimed. Imagination to see what others walk past. The right minds around you. Quick decisions, stubborn persistence. None of it requires genius or luck or anyone's permission. It only asks that you begin. Decide exactly what you want. Write it in one clear sentence. Put it where you will see it every day. Surround it with people who lift you. And refuse, absolutely refuse, to quit 3 feet from the goal. Hill laid these principles out in 1937, and they have guided people ever since. It was never about thinking your way to money. It was about deciding what you will do and becoming the person who does it.